2-0.
Can someone step in for him because...
Sonny, that's poor.
Well, you know what? I don't literally... I go home, I don't watch football.
Yeah, we saw Callum McFarlane and Borto on the boxing pads actually in the gym earlier. Yeah, that was... No, it was a tough watch.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Academy Fix. I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Sonny Hilton and George Wickens. Already laughing. I feel like this could be chaos. To be honest, how are you both doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Good, feeling good.
Yeah? Good, thank you.
Player lounge. We're in the first team player lounge. It's all right, isn't it?
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
You're not allowed yet, though, Sonny.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Got to progress.
Yeah, not made the cut yet.
Lads, I'm looking at just quickly at under 21 level. We're on the final straight, really, aren't we? Now for this season. How have you found it so far?
Yeah, it's been good. I think we've definitely done well considering we came up from the Div 2 last year. I think we've settled in quite comfortably and never really looked like sort of doing badly or anything. We've always been in games and we've got some good results, and I think it's a good set of lads and a good coaching staff, and I think we're doing well.
Sonny, similar experience for you, has it been? Obviously, you were on loan, weren't you, a little bit? But...
Yeah, it's been different. Obviously, a new team from last year, still the same faces, but just with another couple added in. But from what I've seen, we've been doing well. We've been playing well. Nothing's really changed from last year, except better teams and better opposition.
I was going to say, you mentioned there that the opposition. Have you noticed a real increase in the standard and the teams that you're facing?
Yeah, I think definitely this is definitely a massive step up from last year. The teams you're facing, and do you know what I mean, like likes of City the other day, you could see their quality, especially in the second half. So yeah, it's definitely a step up. But I think we've adapted well, and we don't look out of place at all.
Now, you two were two names that came to us quite quickly when we were thinking, who should we grab for the next one? You two have been mates for a pretty long time now, haven't you? When did this love affair begin, if you like?
Holland.
That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On the ferry?
Yeah.
We met on the ferry?
Met on the ferry. Yeah, it was like, what was he, 15, 16?
I think younger. I think I was about 13 or 14. Right?
Yeah, could be younger.
That's when you first came over?
Yeah, when I first joined Fulham, we went on tour to Holland. And then, so I got a funny story about that. Because on the schedule, it says, like, you need two tops, two bottoms, stuff on the schedule, yeah. And on the bottom it says, no phones, in, like, bold capitals. See, but I'd never been on tour before. And so I was in digs at the time. Left my phone in digs. I've gone all the way. And I've gone on the coach and everyone's got the phone. So we've gone from about a 6-hour journey all the way to Holland. Could be even longer. And I'm just sitting there with no phone.
Oh.
Everyone's got the phone. And then that's how I met George. He was like, do you want to use my phone for a bit? I said, yeah. That's
where the relationship started.
Yeah.
And it's been a long relationship since then, hasn't it? I mean, you've grown through the academy together throughout, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been here, both about... Well, I've known you for about 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
So I've been here for about 10. Yeah, I've known you for the majority of the time.
Yeah.
Last holiday for you two, wasn't it, in the summer? You must have a few stories from that, surely. That are PG.
Got one in the whirlpool. They're all PG. Got one in the whirlpool. So we went to Budapest Baths, and there's like loads of pools around, and there's one little whirlpool in the middle, and it was quite relaxing. A lot of like old people were in it, and then we've gone in. We figured out if you run around with it, it speeds up. So the faster we're running, the faster the whirlpool is going. So there's like 5 was me, George, Johnny, Connor and Jacob Adams are all running around in the whirlpool, throwing each other around. And in the end we got told to stop a couple of times. And then there's a couple of old people that weren't too happy about it.
I'm sure the older people appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, it was a good little trip though, wasn't it? But
yeah.
What else did you get up to when you were out there? Anything in particular, or just more of a chilled break?
No, we did a little bit of training. We made the most of it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good trip.
Good to see different places as well.
Yeah. Moving back onto football, if you like, the first team bubble. You've spent a lot of time in this, obviously, haven't you? Have you had a taste, Sonny, yet of first team training, if you like, or
in and out?
Yeah.
In and out.
Do you find it quite different to
academy
academy
life?
life?
It is different. Yeah. Well, these are Prem players. like Championship and Prem players, so it is different to 23s. But it's like, it's a challenge, which everyone wants at the end. Everyone wants the challenge, so it's just how to deal with it and stuff.
You feeling comfortable now, Wickens, in that environment? You've spent quite a while there now, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it's been nice to sort of, in previous years I'd probably say similar, sort of in and out. It's sort of varied as to when you sort of go over, but this year where I've sort of been there sort of full time and been training with them every day, it's been nice to sort of be properly integrated to it and sort of learn off all those lads, and sort of even just to be in and around the changing room to learn a lot when you're sort of there on a match day. So no, it's been nice. It's been a good experience this year to learn a lot, and it's obviously even better with the fact how well they're doing.
You travelled, didn't you, with the first team in the summer to Portugal? I asked Chris and Callum this question in the last episode. Initiations, were you on stage at any point?
I was first up, yeah.
First
Bit
up.
of Usher.
What do you think?
Got it out of the way with.
What?
Burn. I'm not
Go on,
giving it. Yeah, I was first up. Get out of the way with.
Sonny, you've not done first team initiation yet, have you?
Don't want a Carlisle.
You didn't want to.
Don't want Carlisle,
What was
yeah.
your choice at Carlisle?
Bruno Mars, Marry You.
How's that go?
Marry You. That's how it goes, George.
If it was that good, then
Yeah, I
there's a
know.
little-
I
a
mean,
good little
it
taste
was.
there.
I got standing ovation and everything, so.
You guys, again, this goes back to the friendship. You've grown up through the academy together. The rewards for being a footballer are obviously great. You know, the success that comes with that. But it's commitment-wise, it's a lot, isn't it? How would you describe being an academy footballer and the commitment that you have to make?
Yeah, I think you're probably better to speak about it with how you've moved from Liverpool from when you're sort of 13, 14. I think it's a massive dedication. Obviously, it's a very different sort of lifestyle to what you sort of your normal teenager would be doing and whatnot. But no, I think you could probably speak about it better, how you move from such a young age. I think so many people do that, and it's sort of moving away from home at a young age and moving in with a different family. I think you have to grow up quite fast, and especially in sort of a environment like football, I think it's so cutthroat. I think you learn quite quickly how you need to sort of do certain things to sort of stay in and adapt. Yeah,
Is that a similar experience? I mean, like Wickens says there, I guess you leave a lot behind in a way. You know, you're not going on nights out as often. You're not doing these things as often. That's all part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I even changed school. Like, I went to Coombe over the road. So that was different for me. Like, I'd known my mates from all the way from little school, all the way up to year 8, 9, and then I come to London, which is a big city in itself. And then it's like you've got to learn how one city works, and then you've got to learn how another city works. Where Liverpool, everything's you can get a train, we can drive, or we'll get a bus. It's not that far. Where here, it's like something could be close, but it's 40 minutes on a train, which is like, and it's longer in traffic. But I think it does mature you at a young age, and it does help you grow up. And you see, but to be fair, at the same time, you lose the going out with your mates a lot, but what you lose from that, you sort of gain from making new mates, and you actually get to see most of England, because we travel up and down the country every Saturday, Friday, Tuesday, even on like a Sunday or a Monday, and it's like, I've seen places where you're like, I wouldn't really go there in my spare time. So it's like I wouldn't see it, and I wouldn't know what's there unless we were here travelling.
Moving to a city like London, especially at that young age, it's massive. I mean, how did you cope with that? Did your family come with you, or what was the process?
No, so I moved down into Diggs. Into Diggs. It helped because they had. I've got a little brother who's 2 years younger than me, and they had a son who was 3 years younger than me. So everything that my brother was doing, he was sort of doing as well, like going into big school just a year after, and then from then I sort of like, I'd get myself lost in places to then remember where, like, so like I'd walk down the road and go, can I actually get out this road? I don't like know if it's empty, if it's a dead end or not. So then if it was dead end, I'd end up having to walk all the way back around, which is a nightmare. But like, it's just like, yeah, it is different, it is difficult, but it's what I came here to do, really, is play football. So,
Wickens, a couple of questions for you really now. People say, I've heard it quite a lot, that you almost have to be a little bit mental to be a goalkeeper and get balls fired at you. I mean,
I had one the other day.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, Robo.
Oh my God.
what a powerful shot.
He was about
Powerful,
6 yards away on the half volley. straight into them. Yeah. Worst one I've ever had.
Imagine he's got a strike on him as well.
Oh my God, worst. Most painful thing I've ever
that's what I
experienced.
mean.
The screams were funny. The screams were funny.
You're all wrong.
No, I think it's just different. I think you're just a completely different sort of position to everything else, and I think with that you sort of get different personalities and people, and I think in a way you have to be to, like I say, sort of get in the way of shots like that and sort of enjoy that in a way, because if not, then I don't think you're going to last long. So yeah, it's a very different position, and yeah, you do get sort of labelled as a wrong one.
Did you always want to be a goalkeeper, or was there a moment that you thought, I'm all right at this actually?
We need to get you clipped from 14s.
Oh God, yeah, get some of them up. Yeah. No, I think I just got taller and taller, and then decided it was probably the best position for me. But no, when I was up until about 10, I was outfield, and then sort of dropped further and further back and ended up in goal, and then I've stayed there ever since.
I mean, you're training separately. You're in your own little bubble, the GK Union, as it's so often called. Yeah. It's a sheltered life, isn't it, being a goalkeeper when it comes to training?
It's very lonely, I think. In games, I think you never really get highlighted for a lot of the good stuff you do. It's almost very scrutinised as to if you make a mistake, because that often leads to a goal. So I think, yeah, mentally you've got to be very strong, and there's a lot of pressure on goalkeepers. But yeah, like you said, I think that's probably why they're different, because you need to be able to sort of deal with that and be different in quite a few ways.
You pride yourself, don't you, on your communication on the pitch? I mean, it's very rare that he's not the loudest person on the pitch, isn't he? I'm sure he's often barking at you, or you're all the way over there on right wings. So that's always been a part of your game, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. I don't think the referees like me for it, but no, I think it's just, like I said, it's part of it. I think growing up, sort of through the academy, they teach you to be vocal and sort of a bit of a leader in a way. And I think when you're at the back and you can see everything, it makes sense to do it. And I think I've sort of always taken that role on and learnt from some other experienced keepers. And I think it drives the team at times. And I think, especially in 23s games, I think sometimes that's needed. So yeah, it's definitely part of my game, and it's probably noticeable when you're sort of watching.
Sonny, for you, what was your equivalent to that? When did it all begin? When did you realise, okay, I'm actually pretty good at playing football and I should take this to the next stage? Do you remember a moment?
I started off at a school of excellence. Tranmere at a certain age, until a certain age, was a school of excellence. And I just remember being there from young, like 5, 6. Dad always tells me a story where I was like, took me to a Saturday camp and I was picking worms rather than kicking a ball. And then one day I decided to kick a ball, and then he said I went from the last pick to one of the first picked. And then from then, I think it's the only thing I've really known. I mean, I'd known taekwondo and stuff, but what I've decided to stick with is football, and that's like the main thing I've known through everything, really.
The taekwondo, did it come down to a decision, I've got to pick one now, which one do I enjoy, or how did that kind of come about?
It was sort of, so I'd reached black belt first dan, which is like one of the top levels, and it's like, well, I can go into competitions, but my competitions were always on a Sunday in taekwondo, and I always had matches on a Sunday, so I could never go to the competition or never not go to football. So I was always sticking with football, so I've been to a few competitions, and they were like really fun, and I really enjoyed it. But then when it came to it, it was when I came to joining Fulham, it was, you've got to sort of stop doing taekwondo now, because if I get injured, it could affect football. So it was like, then.
And since that decision, you've performed really well throughout your time in the academy. You've had a couple of loans. You've been on loan like Wickens has. Senior football for a young player, it's massive, isn't it? It's hugely important and beneficial for you.
Oh yeah, it's a different ball game completely. Like from all the way from like step 2, 3, even though it might not be the level that players want to play at, it's a really good chance to get out there and get seen by people. It's hard to explain, but when you're in like the changing room and the environment, and you're on the pitch and people are calling you names who you're never going to see, you've never seen them ever before, and like they're calling you all sorts, and you're like, I'm only playing football, but to them it's like you're against them. They hate you, and then 90 minutes goes by and you forgot about it and you forget about them. But it's a must to have, really, and it's like a must do. If you get the chance, it's definitely worth going out playing anywhere you can.
You've probably had a bit of that as well, haven't you? I imagine you're a wind-up merchant.
Yeah, I've had a fair bit.
Do
but you
you
just get used to
secretly
it.
enjoy it? You strike me as someone who might enjoy the fans getting on you a little bit.
I don't mind it. I think, like you said, where I'm a bit loud on the pitch, I sort of attract that abuse, don't I? But that's part of it. But like you were saying, I think the amount of exposure you get from going and playing men's football and sort of the respect you gain for that over sort of academy football is massive. But no, I can't speak highly enough of sort of my time on loan last year, and I think it's definitely sort of played a massive part in where I am now. I think you gain so much sort of respect and stuff from people just by going out and doing well at those levels. So no, it's just definitely a big part of football and sort of coming through sort of at this age.
Looking into spare time when you're not here, which is, I mean, you're here quite a lot, but when you're not, what do you like to get up to? How do you keep yourselves busy away from here?
Golf, COD.
Golf and Warzone.
Yeah.
Golf and Warzone.
Yeah, that's been us the last few months, isn't it?
How do you fancy yourselves at golf? Do you play together fairly often?
Played the other day, yeah. I think I'll take the golf, you take the Warzone.
Yeah, I'll settle with that. Yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah. It's just got that height advantage over me, Annie. That's all it is. You can see the whole fairway and I can. So.
No, Warzone,
yeah.
you definitely take that. I think I'm good to have sort of in the team again, just a bit of communication. Yeah. I think I'll bring that, but
when there's always trouble, when there's trouble, George is always there.
Imagine you can rely on you to give a good shout,
or it's usually they're on me. They're on me.
Yeah, that's all we've been doing in our spare time recently, and summer's coming up, so I think it'll switch a bit more to golf.
More golf, yeah.
Just out of interest, out of all the under-21s or any of the players that you've played with, anybody got any strange hobbies or interesting, unique interests?
Some of them do A-levels.
Is that what you call a strange hobby?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I don't know, you know.
No, it is a good question.
No one's springing to mind straight away.
No.
That's a good question.
Is there anyone?
There must be someone.
If it comes to you at any point,
yeah, I'm going to think.
This chat, just.
If you see me like ignoring the question, it's because I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're thinking. You'll be thinking in the background. Sonny, it was a while back now. We followed you around for a little day in the life, and I remember you saying that you had some really interesting superstitions before a game. Yeah. What were they? I can't remember what you said at the time.
I've got a new one where, because I scored 2 and 2 or 3 and 3, I don't know, and it's like I ate at the same breakfast place 3 times. So like
the old cafe.
Yeah. So I've been going to the cafe. I mean, getting nice stuff, yeah. Not like just going full English. What did I get the other day? Eggs Benedict with and blueberry muffins.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it is good.
Johnny Page likes gardening. Odd
There
bloke.
he does.
Yeah,
Odd
he
bloke.
does.
Yeah, he
That
won't
just
mind
came
you.
to me, that, yeah.
He won't mind you letting everyone know.
Yeah, I'll stitch him up a bit there, but he loves
No,
it.
he loves gardening.
He
Yeah.
loves grass.
Just loves grass in
He
general.
loves it.
You
Yeah,
want to see his house, like his mum's house. He does.
He looks after the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair play. That is pretty unique. I can't imagine there's
different.
many other players.
It's a bit
That's a
odd.
great shout. That's a
Can't
great
believe I
shout.
forgot that.
I know.
Paige
With them all the time.
Paige loves gardening.
He loves gardening and grass. We're just golf and Warzone.
More the standard.
Yeah.
Imagine a lot of the lads like golf.
Yeah, we saw Callum McFarlane and Borto on the boxing pads actually in the gym earlier. Yeah,
Got a bit about
we'll leave that for another conversation.
That was a tough watch.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else. It's a good question though.
Yeah.
All right, well look.
There is a few that you could probably get on, yeah.
Just on superstitions, Wickens, you got any? Just out of interest. Do goalkeepers tend to have them as well, or?
I don't think I have really. I do this little thing before games where go to the edge of my 18 but that's more of a warm-up thing. I don't know if that's a superstition.
But it's something that you feel you have to do.
Yeah, but then if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be thinking, I've not done it.
Okay, yeah.
So probably not superstition, but...
Reaching, maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Left boot before right boot, but I just think, again, that's just a conscious thing. But no, that's it really. I'm not really superstitious.
All right, lads, thanks for joining me so far.
That's all right.
It's now time to put the general knowledge to the test in a game of liar.
Good game, mate. Good luck. Gonna need it.
So the premise of the game, guys, is simple. I'm going to name a category. You've got to take it in turns to tell the other person how many you think you can name. If you feel you can name more, you can raise the bid until somebody believes that you're not capable of doing it and calls you a liar. And then you're up against the clock. You've got 30 seconds to name the amount that you promised you could. First category, Sonny, you're up first.
I'm up.
Premier League goalkeepers. How many can you name?
Apart
No
so
thinking
harsh
about
on
it.
you, that.
I want to name 3, you know, considering he's a goalie.
Wickens, how many can you do?
I'm going, I can name...
Just give him the trophy, yeah.
I can name
You're gonna have to hurry.
15.
16.
Liar!
Sonny, 16, you've got 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Alisson, Ederson, Martinez, Leno, Lloris, Mark Rodak, I'm struggling now.
Only the 10.
Kepa, Mendy, Fabianski, no, Chesney, I was going to say.
Good effort, to be fair. Is that 10?
1-0.
So 1-0. 1-0 to Wickens. All right.
Let's do Taekwondo champions, eh?
That was a hard question, that, for you.
Wickens, you're starting on this one, category number 2. Teams whose name ends in United. How many can you name?
5.
6.
Liar!
6 to name.
Watch this now.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Man United, Carlisle United, Stevenage United, no, football club. I don't know. I'm done with this.
Why'd you say 6?
I don't know. Panicked. I don't know.
Mine's gone blank.
Yeah,
That's such a poor effort.
done with this game.
Did it. Boom.
Sonny. 2-0.
Can someone step in for him, because...
Sonny, that's poor.
Well, you know what? I don't literally. I go home. I don't watch football.
Wickens, 2-0 to you. Sonny, you're up first for this one. Your third category, and I used this in the last episode and we really struggled. Capital cities. Sonny, how many can you
Capital
name?
cities.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many can you name?
4.
Wickens.
I think you're struggling with that. 5.
Liar. I'm gonna say you.
5? You don't even get 5?
No.
Right, Wickens.
Just want to see you do it. Hang on a minute.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Stockholm, London, Helsinki. I've said it with confidence. Helsinki, Glasgow,
That's Edinburgh.
and what do I need? 2 more. 1 more.
One more.
Oh, 1 more. Easy. Madrid.
Got any others? Just in case Helsinki.
Got any others, just in case you want to show off?
Paris.
He's done it. He's done it.
Is that free zip?
3-0.
I'm running away with it.
Sonny, you can try and, get a bit of dignity here, get a few points. Professional Scottish football teams. Wickens, how many can you
8.
name?
Oh, I can't name, mate. Look at me. Just look at me.
8.
Can you name 8?
You're giving him thinking time, Sonny.
Liar.
Liar, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, 30 seconds and your time starts now.
Partick Thistle, Ayr United, Ross County, Rangers, Celtic, Hibernian, Hearts. 1 more.
1 more.
Glasgow FC. Liverpool.
Where's Jean-Pierre gone on loan? Hamilton.
He's done it. 4-0. Come on, Sonny. This is your chance.
Oh, it's make or break it.
Premier League
You want to get
stadiums.
half of you in.
How many Premier League stadiums, Sonny, can you name?
4.
4.
4.
Shut up, George.
5.
6.
Go for 6.
You should do 6. 7.
I can't do 7. 8. 8.
9.
Oh, George.
Liar.
10.
Okay.
Sonny, 30 seconds.
Wait. I need to compose myself.
Go. 3,
I need
2,
to-
1, now.
Right.
Go.
Anfield, Goodison, Old Trafford, Etihad, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Ewood Park.
No.
Ewood Potts, Blackburn.
Are we doing Prem only?
Yeah.
Ah, sorry, I didn't hear that bit. Can you pause that 2 seconds?
Carry on. Come on.
You've put me off. Stadium of Light? No, sorry, you put me off. I was on a roll as well.
Ewood Park.
Sonny, that was. Well, lads, we also like to get the fans involved as well. We've asked for their questions and we've had some really good ones come in. So I'm just going to read through 6 of them that I've got here. Underscore Joep has asked, which current/former Fulham player has inspired you the most?
Okay, let me have a think.
Wickens, just on this, do you still talk to Marcus Bettinelli? Are you still...
Yeah, a little bit.
How's he getting on?
Yeah, good. I think I was probably going to use a name that sort of popped
I
up.
answered your question there.
No, I think always when I was young, he was always when I was 16, 17, I had the chance to go over and train with him. He was always amazing with me. So he's definitely one that springs to mind. But I guess probably throughout my time sort of watching Fulham as a youngster growing up, I think Mark Swartzwell used to watch an awful lot, and he's obviously his record speaks for himself. So he's probably one of them.
It's a good choice. Good choice. Anyone sprung to mind, Sonny?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We got a few. You got obviously Jed Spence. Had a great year last year. Went down a different path to everyone else. Trying to think. Stephen Humphries, who I've known for a while. Gone down a different path. There's been a lot of different paths. Yeah, there's a load to select from. Just picking one would be tough, yeah.
This one's a very different question. Owen Fletcher 15 has asked, if Sonny had 10 balls to score against George, let's say from the spot, how many would he score?
12.
I have a great record. Let's talk about this. Go on. What's the record at the minute? 4 pens?
No, 3 pens.
4?
3.
Two saved, 1 missed.
2 saved, 1 missed, yeah.
Well, you've taken 3.
What's that?
Against...
I've taken 3.
If we round that up to 10, I'm going, 0 goals.
You're not giving him any from the 10.
No, from the penalty spot, I reckon if we take 10...
I reckon 5 and 5.
Yeah.
I reckon I'd start doing stupid stuff, though, in the end.
You get bored.
Yeah.
That'd be good, though.
Wasn't bored in the league.
That's probably one for after the Sprite Challenge.
Okay, we've got all the videos lined up. That's
we've got
one for the
Sprite.
future as well.
So we've got Sprite, Kicky Ups, and Pen.
Brilliant. Well, there you go. It's lined up. Right, next. This is for you, Wickens. Oscar_W04 has asked, what's it like being part of the first team? I've kind of asked that, but he's also asked, what's it like training with Bernd Leno and Marit Rodak?
Yeah, I think for me, I think we spoke about it in interviews before. I think I can learn so much from both of them. I think they're both their own record speaks for itself, and learning off Bernd this year and training with them every day, I think it opened my eyes a bit more as to the things that I can sort of work on better, not only like in the technical aspect, but I think sort of mentally in the way how sort of calm and relaxed he is. I think he sort of brings that sort of infectious on the team. I think that's probably definitely something that I want to try and sort of learn from and take from him after this season. I think it's
I mean, he's been one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League this year, hasn't he?
Probably the best one, yeah. So I think it's definitely very good for me to learn off and to be in every day, seeing how he trains and then brings that into games. And I think he's been, like you said, he's been unbelievable. I think almost faultless this year. So it's good for me.
Okay, next question is from, apologies if I messed this up, plber.t, who's asked, which first team player do you think you are the most similar to and why? I mean,
that's an easy one for me, isn't it?
I guess this one I'll direct more at Sonny.
I don't know. Let me think.
I mean, your play style's always been pace, dribbling, delivery. Scoring directly from set pieces is a weird one that you seem to love doing this season as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Height-wise, I'd go Harrison Reed. Don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Say, I like tight situations, like Bobby. Rapid, like Dan James. Rapid. Mitro's heading. I'm like Tim Ream at the back when I want to be.
Should be really good with the first team.
Should be, yeah. You don't want to see me in the mini games on quality.
Jack Heath 1991. Who's got the best banter in the under-21 team?
You looking at them?
Yeah. Is it two? Hold yourselves in high regard.
Hand down. Is it hands down? Hands down.
Anyone else, even in the equation?
All dry. Nah, let's think.
Idris has got a bit.
Idris has got a bit, yeah.
I remember talking about his initiation in the last fix as well.
Idris has got a bit.
Idris. Who else?
Nah, I think
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-man band with that really.
that would be a good podcast. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you three?
Maybe that's enough. I think.
I think that would be absolutely chaos. Add
So,
that to the list. Well, thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of the Academy Fix. And lads, Wickens, thank you for joining me, mate. Sonny.
Finally got.